Hey, Peggy. I got the research done.
Great. What's the next step?
I guess we just need to hang out and wait until Ty and Lois come. Speak of the Saints.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Dude.
Great.
How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
All right, dude.
Great. We're all here.
Yeah, and I'm definitely ready to get started. I think I know just where to start this project, too.
Oh, Phil. Not so fast. I mean, don't you think we ought to talk about this first?
Yeah.
You know, we should all set some plans.
Yeah, maybe we're going to step on some toes.
No, this video's never been done before, and they won't even know what hit them.
We don't want to hit anyone.
Just what are we doing anyway?
Like calling outer space, like coming outer space.
Yeah.
We all agreed on our topic. We need to get organized.
Right. Getting along with others. I got all the research done, so let's get started.
Okay, I think we should each take one problem role, and then we can put our heads together for the positive communicator.
But we identified 6 problem roles, didn't we? There's only 4 of us.
Well, we can group up on the last 2. Good idea. Okay, any better ones?
No.
No.
Okay, let's get going.
Sounds good.
What were the 6 problem roles you researched?
Okay, the 6 student problem roles. The wet blanket, the whiner, the bully, the gossip, the perfectionist, and the sheep. First is the wet blanket. The wet blanket has a negative attitude. He or she ends up ruining plans for everyone, generally at the last minute. The whiner is the complainer. The whiner sees him or herself as a victim that is constantly being picked on. The bully is the aggressive type, always trying to push others around, and most generally won't listen to how others think or feel. The gossip likes to spread rumors, and they usually are negative rumors. The gossip likes the attention and the feeling of importance he or she gets from spreading negative gossip. The perfectionist has to be perfect and expects others to be perfect as well. It's tough to work with the perfectionist because nothing is ever right. The sheep is the passive follower and never sticks up for themselves. They just follow along and generally leave when times get tough.
So these are the 6 major problems students have in getting along with others?
As far as I can tell.
So now we each take one and write a video script, right?
Yeah, that'll be fun. And then we can all write the last 2 together.
As well as the positive communicator.
Okay, let's get going.
Sounds good.
Let's see now. I have the wet blanket. What would be a good scene that would depict a wet blanket? How about this? I think I'll make me the negative blanket, and the other 3 will be the positive ones. How shall I start this? I know. Phil likes to start things, so I'll let him start things out.
Hey, Dorothy.
Dorothy, what's up? God, lunch was the worst.
Hey, guys, I was thinking, you want to go to the school play this weekend?
Oh, dude, I'd rather go to the football game.
I thought we agreed on the mountain trip.
Oh, yeah. We did kinda. That's before Phil hurt his ankle.
I haven't seen him limping.
Only in spirit, my dear.
Come on to bigger and better things.
Like the football game?
Yeah. You catch my drift? My Swift?
Come on, guys, let's get organized, figure out what we want to do. Let's vote.
I think we should stick to our original plans.
Yeah, we all agree what we were gonna do.
2 against 1. Lois?
I'm going to my grandparents this weekend.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Yeah, that would capture the spirit of the wet blanket. Maybe I should try to make the wet blanket even more obvious. Oh, how about this?
Steve, how you doing? All right, man. Guys, I've been thinking, do you want to go to the school play this weekend?
It's such a crampy theater. I mean, all that sweat. Well, how about the mountain trip? I just paid $45 to get my hair permed.
Oh, that settles it then. The football game.
It's too loud.
Well, Lois, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
I give up.
Let's see. I have the whiner. I think I'll exaggerate a little. Really make him a crybaby. Yuck. Let's see. What shall I have him doing? Yeah, that'd work.
Hi, Ty. What's up?
I hate this assignment.
It's a pretty extreme statement.
Well, I do. And while we're at it, I think you pile on way too much work. I think I always get the rotten assignments. Why do you always have to pick on me? I never have any fun. You and my parents, why don't you just leave me alone? I never have any fun. I never have any fun. I never have any fun. Maybe that's overdoing it a little. Well, not really. Come to think of it, I did this to my teacher yesterday.
Hi, Peggy.
I won't do it.
Do what?
Sit by that jerk.
You mean Ty?
He's always picking on me, and yesterday he actually touched me.
Maybe he just wants to get to know you.
Salamanders want to get to know me.
I see your point. Salamanders do take baths.
I will seriously faint if he comes one step towards me. Oh, please. Why do I always have to sit by the weirdos?
I don't think Ty's a weirdo.
But I can't. He's so plebeian.
Please, what?
I won't do it. I will seriously cry if I have to sit by him again.
Okay, I have the bully. How does a bully act? Whiners whine like a baby, and wet blankets spoil plans by being negative. Bullies. Yeah, I think they would do something like this.
Lois, how'd you do on your last test?
Oh, you know how I am at school.
No, how are you at school, Lois?
Just can't seem to understand math.
Not too bright, eh?
Yeah. I mean, no.
Ever think of becoming a brain surgeon?
Yeah, like a physician, like operate on thyself. Dude.
It's not funny.
Cassie,
Cassie.
how'd you do on your last test?
Bullies. They humiliate and intimidate. And they love to be cheered on by a group. Hey, Peggy, how you doing?
I don't know, Phil. I got the one on gossip. Got any ideas?
Gossip. Gossip. Yeah. How about if a gossip is somebody who does himself in? I mean, the gossip that he spreads comes back to him.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Ty. Ty.
Hush.
I got some news.
News.
Yeah.
Man, you're full of news.
About Miss Gardner.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
She likes Mr. Johnson. I mean, we're talking hots.
So?
So, I mean, they're meeting after school and everything.
Everything?
Everything. Shh. They're gonna probably elope and everything. I mean, we're talking serious stuff here.
Before term papers due?
Yeah, before the term paper. I mean, this is heavy.
What are you two discussing? Our term paper assignment, I hope.
Yeah.
No. Phil was just telling me you and Mr. Johnson are gonna elope together. You're having an affair, and you're gonna go before term papers too.
I like that. How the gossip gets his poison in the end.
Yeah. Eventually, they all do themselves in.
How's everyone doing? All done?
Yep.
Yeah.
We have 2 more negative roles to do. The perfectionist and the sheep. Any ideas?
Yeah. Let's break up into 2 groups and each of us will take one of the subjects.
Great idea. How about Ty and myself and Phil and Peggy? Okay.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
Ty, wait a minute. Phil, Peggy,
Yeah?
we'll take the perfectionist role, okay? You 2 have the sheep.
Sounds great.
We have the perfectionist. Any ideas?
A group project would probably be where it choked the most.
Yeah, and be the most frustrating for others.
Or a team sport, like basketball. I mean, you know, a player always knows it all, always trying to be the coach.
You mean telling others how they should be playing?
Right.
I remember in cheerleading, we had one gal that was always criticizing others. She thought she was perfect and would hound on us if any of us didn't come up to her standards.
So what do you suggest?
How about 2 students working on a project together?
Yeah.
Hi, Peggy.
Hi.
Ah, repotting your plant, I see.
Yep.
You have a little speck of dirt right there. You always put in your dirt that way.
Yeah? Is that okay?
No, it's wrong. It's wrong. You should do it like this. Here, let me show you. Sprinkle in your dirt, and then you mat it down, tight enough to support
You do it your way, and I'll do it my way.
Fine. Sorry, I didn't mean to cause you a problem, sir. Your hands are grossly dirty.
I'm working in dirt.
You should wash them every 5 minutes when you pot a plant. That way you don't introduce any
I'll wash
germs
them when
into
I'm
your-
done, okay?
Fine, all right. Have you taken a look at these floors recently?
It's a greenhouse.
They're really gross. What type of wax do you use?
Must be nice to be so perfect.
Yeah, it is actually. You know, instead of repotting your plant, maybe you should give it a decent burial. See you around, Peg.
I like that. Phil was really a picky perfectionist.
Right.
Have you been saying naughty things about us?
Oh, profound perhaps, but not naughty. We got our script done. How about you guys?
Sure did. Hey, listen to this one. We're doing the sheep, the negative role, right? But what we're doing is we're putting an emphasis on the passive follower.
The person that never says no. They always agree with everything.
Right. Okay, so you have 6 people working in a cafeteria, and they're all supposed to take turns cleaning the bathroom.
Only they always make Jim do it because he never sticks up for himself.
Right. And the perfect party scenario. Somebody lights up a joint, and our character smokes because he or she is too weak to say no.
How's everything going? Got your video scripts done yet?
We got our negative roles done.
Which ones?
The wet blanket, the whiner, the bully, the gossip, the perfectionist, and the sheep.
Now we're going to work on the positive communicator role. Do you think it could help us on this?
Yeah, the negative roles are really easy to spot, but some of the more healthy behaviors aren't quite as apparent.
Sure, be glad to help. There are 4 keys to getting along with others. These keys are really behavior things you can do to get along with others. They aren't personality traits, and they don't come from just out of the blue. They are behaviors that we all have to work at.
Like a skill?
Yeah,
Like a sport?
you bet. The more we work at these behaviors, the better you get.
Okay, so I'm dying of curiosity. What are these behaviors, and how can we get good at using them?
First, putting yourself in the place of others. We all want the same things, right?
Sure, like a Porsche and a house on the beach, you know, hey.
You know it.
What do you think?
Oh, I don't know, Yugos and duplexes?
Human needs,
Which are?
respect and understanding.
Right. We all have the same basic needs, regardless of whether we're male, female, white, black, Hispanic, Chinese, whatever.
What do you mean, human needs?
We have the need as a human to be accepted by others, to be liked by others, to get recognition, to make a contribution, to feel like we're needed.
So how does putting yourself in someone else's place fit in?
Oh, I know. Remembering that we should treat others like we want to be treated by them.
The golden rule, you bet.
Sounds simple to me.
Yes, sounds simple, but just how do you do this?
Listening is one way. Listening to yourself react and listening to others.
Listening to yourself?
Listening to yourself means holding back on your personal judgments. Rather than judging, put yourself in the other person's shoes. Become that person for a moment. What would you be feeling? What need are you trying to meet? Do you want to be accepted or liked? Do you want some attention, recognition?
Okay, so I put myself in the other person's shoes. What if that person really bugs me? I mean, like, we just can't work together.
I'm not asking you to like everyone. Empathize. Empathy means to understand, to know what it would be like to be in that other person's shoes.
Doesn't that have something to do with the fact that all people are different?
Right. And that leads us to the second key to getting along with others. Accepting differences. People are different. People are different because they have different styles. I'm not just talking about physical characteristics, but rather ways of learning and expressing themselves.
So if I don't like someone, it means that they have a different style than I?
Most often, yes, outside of them doing something rotten to you.
Can you give examples of styles?
Sure. Consider this. First, structure. People that are highly structured will probably turn off people that are not organized. Much structured people like to plan. Little structured people like to fly by the seat of their pants. Second, emotion. People that are much emotion like to share their feelings. They generally let others know exactly where they stand. Little emotion people are much more reserved and laid back. Putting a much emotion person together with a little emotion person would be like marrying Donald Duck and Bambi. Third, sensing. All of us have our unique learning styles. If you are a talker, you might feel uncomfortable having to work on a project with a seer. The seer wants to read about the work. The talker wants to discuss.
What about the toucher?
The ideal date.
Boo.
Get out of here.
The toucher likes to stay busy, generally can't stay still. They're doers, not readers or talkers.
So accepting differences means that when someone makes us mad,
We tell ourselves that it may simply have to do with style, not something they're intentionally doing to make us mad.
You know, I've noticed a difference in teachers. Teachers have different styles too.
How so?
Well, some of my teachers assign lots of reading, others more group discussion, and others lots of activities.
So then teachers then tend to have their classes around their own style?
Right, so I guess I'm a doer. I need to stay busy. Some of my teachers are seers. They assign lots of reading while I'd rather have group discussion or go on a field trip.
All right. So what's the point to all this understanding?
When we can put ourselves in someone else's shoes and understand the reason why they're doing what they're doing is because of style, then we don't expect so much. We're more tolerant.
like nobody is perfect, right?
Yep, nobody's perfect.
And the last key to getting along with others?
Be willing to compromise. What happens when two people get together and can't agree on what to do?
Knuckle therapy.
I think that's been tried before. People tend to either work out their differences or they separate.
Separate, as in divorce?
That's an extreme example. I'm talking more about just not wanting to be around that other person. We separate first verbally, can't compromise on an issue. Then we separate physically, not wanting to be around that other person. And finally, we just don't care anymore. We separate emotionally.
So how do you compromise?
When two people can't agree on something, the first thing they should do is take time out. Make sure emotions aren't running the show. Take some time out. Come back the next day or so and start over. The next thing they should do is explore options.
Stock market?
You're always thinking of money.
I'm tired of paying for our dates.
Oh, that cut deep.
No, not stock market options. Brainstorming alternatives. Opening yourself up to new possibilities. Being creative. Look, let me give Phil and Peggy a problem and ask them to role play a solution, okay?
Sounds good.
Where to go on a date this Friday night? That's your problem. Phil, you want to go to a play. Peggy, you want to go ice skating. Ready?
You mean like pretend?
Yeah, but each one of you try to convince the other of your preference. Peggy, ice skating, and Phil, the play.
Sure, no problem. So Peggy, how about you and me, we go to a play this weekend?
I think I'd rather go ice skating.
Great. You go ice skating, I'll go to the play.
See what happens? It leads to separation and polarizing, right or wrong, good or bad, winner, loser. People get backed into a corner and withdraw from one another. This time, Peggy, you role play with me and I'll brainstorm.
Okay.
Peggy, you want to go ice skating and I want to go to the play. What are our alternatives? Can we think of other things to do?
Well, I really wanted to go ice skating, but I also enjoy dancing and roller skating and tennis.
Tennis, I really like tennis. See, we're opening ourselves to other options. Rather than cornering ourselves, we have other possibilities now.
Sounds like a lot of work.
It is. Getting along with others is a lot of work, but it also has its rewards. To survive in this world, we need people skills. Not like our grandparents who needed farming and things skills. Getting along with others can also be playful and a lot of fun, and it certainly is a lot less stressful.
Do you hear that, Ty? You'll be a lot less stressful if you take me where I want to go this week.
Just for that, you summarize, and the four of you have got a video script to write.
The key to getting along with others is to put yourself in the place of others. Accept the fact that people have different styles. Don't expect too much, and be willing to compromise.
Great. Any final questions?
Yeah, I've got a question. How about if you put yourself in our shoes and forget about the test this Friday?
Yes, sounds like a good idea.
You know, I always think it.
I haven't studied.
You haven't?
When are you guys going to go out?